In a world that's more connected yet lonelier than ever, one thing remains clear: real connections matter. Join Dr. Ruth K. Westheimer as she guides you through the art of nurturing relationships that lift us up, whether with family, friends, or even friendly neighbors. Rediscover the joy of connecting deeply in a world that too often feels disconnected. Welcome to The Joy of Connections, an audiobook inspired by Dr. Ruth K. Westheimer's wisdom on the importance of human bonds. In a time marked by isolation and digital distance, Dr. Ruth reminds us of the simple yet profound power of relationships. Her experiences, from surviving the Holocaust to becoming a renowned therapist, have shaped her understanding that no matter our backgrounds, we all need each other. This audiobook will help you rekindle meaningful connections, whether it's prioritizing family, creating a network of friends, or simply greeting a neighbor. Dive into practical strategies and insights that will empower you to build and sustain the relationships that truly matter. Focus points: connection versus loneliness. Discover the real impact of meaningful connections in the void that loneliness leaves. Learn how recognizing our social needs can transform our lives. It comes before we. Understand why focusing on self-awareness and self-care strengthens relationships, and how this is far from selfish. It's essential. Minding family ties. Explore ways to nurture family connections that support us through life's ups and downs, keeping family as a core source of strength. The world is your playground. Find joy in seeing the world as an open space for creating friendships and connections, whether through hobbies, travels, or unexpected encounters. Neighbors as friends. Transform your neighborhood into a friendly space by getting to know those around you. Simple gestures go a long way in building a warm community. In favor of technology. Learn how to use technology to bridge distances and maintain connections without feeling overwhelmed by screens. Conclusion. Reflect on Dr. Ruth's enduring message. Connections make us whole, help us grow, and are ultimately what we need to thrive in life. Learning outcomes. Discover why prioritizing your own well-being supports stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Gain practical insights for keeping family bonds close and resilient. Learn how to forge friendships with neighbors and create a more connected, supportive community. Understand when dating apps can foster genuine connections and friendships, expanding your social circle. Use technology positively to stay connected with those you love, no matter the distance. By the end of this audiobook, you'll walk away with actionable steps to build and nurture relationships that bring joy, support, and richness to life. Whether you're reconnecting with family, making friends with neighbors, or finding meaningful ways to use technology, this audiobook will help you make connection a joyful part of your life again. Focus point 1. Connection versus loneliness. Loyal, sincere friendships are deeply rewarding, yet few discuss the work required to build them. In today's world, forming these bonds is more challenging than ever due to an ongoing loneliness epidemic that took root during the pandemic. Loneliness isn't simply about being alone. It reflects the quality of the connections in our lives, not the number of people around us. Dr. Ruth Westheimer wisely notes that real connection fills a fundamental human need. Breaking free from isolation can feel daunting, especially when solitude has become a comfort zone. However, for many of us, this detachment doesn't satisfy our need for connection. Dr. Ruth believes loneliness is a state we can shift through intentional actions, helping us open up to meaningful connections with others. Picture a fine dining experience where Dr. Ruth is the chef. Tonight's menu for connection includes 4 courses. Self-care, the starting point for genuine connection. By caring for yourself, you create a foundation for meaningful relationships. Family, friends, and partners, the closest connections rich in loyalty and love, requiring our time and genuine attention. Community, a broader circle that can bring joy and a sense of belonging, whether through neighbors or local groups. Technology, a tool for connection that, when used mindfully, can help us bridge distances and stay close to those who matter. As you embark on each course, remember that connecting authentically with others can bring true joy, but only if you're able to share that joy. If you enjoy this menu and want more, you can always return to Dr. Ruth's insights for additional ways to deepen and enrich your connections. Focus point 2. It comes before we. Creating genuine connections with others starts with building a solid connection with yourself. This foundational step allows for deeper, more intimate relationships later. Yet loneliness can often go unnoticed, not just in others but within ourselves. Self-awareness doesn't always develop naturally, and for many, it can feel unfamiliar and challenging to cultivate intentionally. A recent Meta-Gallup survey reveals that 1 in 4 adults worldwide, a staggering billion people, experience some form of loneliness. This sense of isolation isn't about how many people surround us. It's about the authenticity and quality of our connections with others and, most importantly, with ourselves. Dr. Ruth Westheimer suggests rebuilding a positive relationship with yourself through simple, tried-and-true steps. Embrace your unique traits. Take time to list what makes you unique, even your challenges. Acknowledge these as part of your identity. Open yourself to new connections. Letting others into your life can be daunting, especially under stress, but these connections can offer genuine support. Prioritize self-care. No friend or partner can shoulder all your burdens, just as you can't carry theirs. By putting yourself first, you're better equipped to be present in relationships. Self-connection can feel especially tough if life circumstances make you feel isolated. Consider seeking support from a therapist or counselor if you need guidance in this journey. For many, therapy can provide the tools to overcome loneliness and foster self-compassion. During tough times, self-care doesn't mean retreating entirely. If you often withdraw under stress, try engaging with others instead. Even a brief chat with a stranger can boost both of your spirits. Initiating conversation may feel awkward, but small cues like a shared interest or even a pet can ease the way. Remember, meaningful connections stem not from quantity but from quality. If a connection doesn't work out, view it as a mismatch, not a personal failure. Meanwhile, make the most of your me time by treating yourself kindly. Refresh your appearance. Seek help when needed. Take care of your physical well-being. Indulge in a small treat or experience. Explore self-pleasure, a reminder that intimacy with oneself can be empowering, a nod to Dr. Ruth's expertise. In connecting with yourself, you build the resilience and self-acceptance needed to form lasting, fulfilling relationships with others. Focus point 3. Unminding family ties. Family plays a profound role in shaping our lives, our self-perception, and even our sense of belonging. But family dynamics can be complex, filled with both positive and challenging influences. For some, family evokes happy memories and support. For others, it's more complicated. Yet Dr. Ruth Westheimer emphasizes that family, whether it's your biological kin or close friends who feel like family, has the potential to heal and enrich your life. The American Psychological Association defines loneliness as discomfort or uneasiness from being or perceiving oneself to be alone. This means that loneliness is, to a degree, in our control. By building or rebuilding family connections, we can reframe loneliness and open ourselves to a more positive sense of togetherness. Drive Westheimer's family connection tips. Be an attentive listener. Everyone has that one relative who loves to talk. Show them you care by actively listening. It's a simple gesture that can mean a lot. Embrace family gatherings. Attending family events like weddings or reunions can offer a chance to reconnect. Use these moments to bond with relatives you might not see often. Practice patience with elders. Older family members may be set in their ways. Accepting this can free you to enjoy the positive aspects of these relationships. Family is a place to rest and reconnect, but sometimes, life separates us from loved ones. Dr. Ruth encourages taking the initiative to mend strained relationships. If you've grown apart from a beloved family member, make the first move. Reach out, suggest a meeting, and rebuild that bridge. And if a loved one has passed, you can keep their memory alive. Talk about them at gatherings, visit their resting place, or honor them in family traditions. Finally, few things bring people together like game night. Gather your family, pull out classic games like Monopoly or Uno, or try a new one. With snacks, a good game, and laughter, you might just create fresh memories and stronger bonds. Letting family be part of your life, even if it's imperfect, offers comfort, growth, and a safe space for you to thrive. Focus point 4. The world is your playground. Friends and romantic partners bring color and depth to our lives, often more than we realize. When life gets busy, it's easy to let friendships drift to the background. But these relationships are often the very lifelines we rely on during tough times. Strengthening these bonds, then, becomes essential for a fulfilling life. Friendship, as Dr. Ruth Westheimer highlights, is multifaceted. Not everyone we meet is a friend for life, and relationships can range from casual acquaintances to childhood friends or close confidants. Over time, some will naturally grow closer while others may drift apart. And that's okay. As Dr. Ruth puts it, some people know pieces of who you are, but only a few will ever know the full picture. Not everyone we encounter will be a positive influence, and it's essential to cultivate friendships that inspire rather than drain us. Surround yourself with people who align with your goals and values. Rather than abruptly cutting ties, gradually let go of those relationships that no longer serve you. First impressions are powerful, yet they only reveal a snapshot of a person's life. Misjudgments happen, and people often show up differently based on their circumstances. Drive Westheimer suggests being a proactive friend and intentionally creating opportunities to deepen connections. Set up meetings. Make it a habit to plan regular meetups with friends. Find shared interests. Look for common activities with new acquaintances to build a foundation. Extend connections. Invite friends from hobby groups like dance classes or book clubs to gatherings outside of those settings. Establish traditions. Regularly visit a favorite cafe or restaurant with close friends as a way to catch up and bond. Celebrate socially. On special occasions like a birthday, throw a gathering or treat a group of friends to celebrate together. These actions remind us that friendship takes effort, but sincere connections are worth every step. Being open, bold, and genuine can help you expand your social circle in diverse and fulfilling ways. Dr. Jeffrey Hall's research from the University of Kansas underscores this. It takes roughly 120 hours within the first 3 weeks to become good friends, and over 200 hours across 6 weeks to build a truly close bond. Making time for friendships is an investment in lifelong happiness. Focus point 5. Neighbors can be friends. As social beings, humans thrive in communities, but the demands of modern life often lead us to forget this. With remote work and busy schedules, meeting new people can feel like a daunting task with uncertain results. Yet, Dr. Ruth Westheimer would argue that building connections is worth the effort. New relationships may require some risk-taking, but without them, we often end up feeling isolated and unfulfilled. So why not reconnect with the people right outside your door? For those who are unsure where to begin, starting small is key. You might consider joining a local book club, attending a yoga class in the park, or even getting involved in community events that bring people together. Volunteering is another excellent way to forge bonds and feel more grounded. Consider helping out at a group that assists elderly residents, or lend a hand at a local animal shelter. Drive Westheimer emphasizes the importance of authenticity. Don't join a group simply to meet people. Instead, seek out causes or activities that genuinely resonate with you. This not only leads to more meaningful conversations but also allows connections to grow naturally from shared values. Mentoring can be another rewarding way to engage with your community. Whether it's guiding younger individuals in your field or sharing a skill with someone eager to learn, mentoring is often as enriching for the mentor as it is for the mentee. It offers a chance to reflect on your own experiences and insights in a new light. If finding a community group or volunteering opportunity feels challenging, remember that potential friendships may be right next door. Despite sharing buildings or streets with our neighbors, we often don't know much about them. A friendly gesture, whether it's offering to lend a hand or simply starting a conversation, can be the beginning of a supportive connection. Try reaching out by offering help. Next time you see a neighbor who might appreciate an extra hand, offer to help with groceries, babysitting, or any task you notice they could use assistance with. Hosting a gathering. Invite a neighbor over for tea or coffee, and share a dessert or order takeout to make the occasion warm and welcoming. Planning a friendly outing. Invite a neighbor for a casual outing to a local cafe or for breakfast on the weekend to get to know each other better. A strong friendship is about both giving and having the courage to ask for support. Neighbors may not always become lifelong friends, but even small acts of kindness can lead to fulfilling connections that enhance both your lives. Focus point 6. In favor of technology. While technology often gets a bad reputation for contributing to social isolation, it can also be a powerful tool for enhancing connections. With the pace of modern life, it's easy for people to feel disconnected. However, Dr. Ruth Westheimer suggests that technology, when used thoughtfully, can actually help us foster meaningful relationships. Although nothing truly replaces face-to-face communication, whether it's chatting with friends over dinner or sharing laughs in the office, technology can help bridge the gap when in-person gatherings aren't feasible. It's especially beneficial for introverts or those with busy schedules who may find it hard to make spontaneous connections. As Sherry Tickle puts it, conversation is the most human and humanizing thing we do, but technology, when used correctly, can enhance those conversations by keeping people connected and thoughtful. Drive Westheimer highlights some ways in which technology can support social interactions. Breaking the ice for introverts. Social media can help shy individuals put themselves out there without the pressure of a live audience, making it easier to start conversations and connect with others. Remembering details. Note-taking apps can be useful for remembering small but meaningful details about others, such as their favorite coffee or a concert they're excited about. These notes can help you plan thoughtful gestures that show you care. Using dating apps for friendships. Surprisingly, dating apps aren't just for romance. They can be a gateway to meeting people with shared interests. If romance doesn't spark, you can still explore a friendship. Just be upfront if you're only looking for a platonic connection. While technology is convenient, Drive Westheimer warns against relying on it exclusively. Overusing digital communication can lead to feelings of isolation or missed opportunities for genuine human connection. To balance tech with real-life interactions, try prioritizing in-person conversations. Face-to-face interactions build stronger connections than texts or messages. Make an effort to meet people whenever possible, even if it's just for a coffee. Engaging in small talk. A quick chat with someone in line or next to you in a waiting room can be refreshing and could even lead to a friendship. Joining groups based on hobbies or interests. Whether it's a hiking club, cooking class, or gaming group, joining a community helps you meet people with common interests. Giving conversations a 7-minute test. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to find common ground. Give it a little time, but if there's no connection, feel free to move on. In the end, technology should enhance, not replace, human interaction. By balancing tech with face-to-face connections, we can make the most of our relationships while staying connected in a busy world. Conclusion. Life is a bold adventure, filled with the joy and risk of forming meaningful connections. You don't need to be the loudest voice in the room to create bonds that are rich, memorable, and fulfilling. The first step is to take care of yourself, meeting your own needs before extending your energy to others. Once you're ready, start taking small steps to put yourself out there. You may find that, in connecting with others, you discover new aspects of yourself along the way. Try this. Practice small talk. Stand in front of a mirror and rehearse how you'd approach someone you're interested in getting to know. Practicing ahead of time can help ease nerves for real-life interactions. Show up. Don't cancel plans just because you're feeling a bit anxious. Simply showing up gets you halfway there and can lead to unexpected moments of connection. Set boundaries. Pay attention to your comfort levels in new situations. If something doesn't feel right, take note and adjust accordingly for future interactions. Prepare a few lines. If you're introverted, rehearsing a joke or a conversation starter can boost your confidence. But remember to recharge afterward to keep your energy balanced. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the joy of connections. We've explored how meaningful relationships shape our lives, from family bonds and friendships to neighborly kindness and the balanced use of technology. Let's recap the key points covered and offer some practical takeaways for building lasting connections. Key focus points. Family ties. Embrace family as a place of healing, connection, and understanding even when differences arise. Friends and lovers. Cultivate relationships with those who genuinely support and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who reflect your values. Community bonds. Engage with neighbors and local communities. Even small acts of kindness can build a feeling of belonging. Technology and relationships. Use technology thoughtfully to enhance communication, not replace it. Aim for in-person interactions whenever possible. Recommendations. Reconnect with family. Try to be a good listener, attend family gatherings, and if needed, take the first step toward reconciliation with estranged relatives. Deepen friendships. Set regular meetups with friends, explore shared interests, and work toward more personal connections outside digital platforms. Join community activities. Volunteer for causes you care about, attend local events, or offer help to neighbors in need. Use technology to enhance, not replace. Use note apps to remember details about loved ones, try dating apps to make new friends, and strive for balance by making more live connections. This audiobook serves as a reminder that building connections takes courage, effort, and sincerity. Remember, each relationship you nurture adds richness to your life. Life is all about balance, recognizing when to embrace close ties and when to take time for yourself. These small steps toward connection can transform your sense of belonging, resilience, and happiness. Thank you for spending your time with us on the joy of connections. Your interest in enhancing your relationships is an inspiration, and we're grateful to be part of your journey. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share this audiobook with others who may benefit. Remember, the more you listen, the better you speak. Listening to content like this helps you absorb new expressions, intonation, and vocabulary, which will naturally improve your language skills. Keep tuning in for more audiobooks to deepen your connections and boost your English fluency. Thank you, and we look forward to sharing more with